Hello out there. Thanks for tuning in. It is Arts on Fire Live right here on 107.9 WRFA. Thanks for tuning in. Brought to you in part by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. I am your host, Anthony Merchant, here with you with the March edition and the St. Patrick's Day edition of the show. We got live music for you, a little Q&A. Today we have Waterhorse, Sue Tillotson and Jim Cunningham, the duo here for you. We got some music. We'll have a little conversation later on. I do want to let you all know some great news. If you enjoy watching these Arts on Fire live performances, but you go, as much as I like watching them from my living room or wherever you enjoy these, I would like to be there in person, be a part of the fun. Well, you can, because next month we will start having live studio audiences right here for Arts on Fire Live. We'll kick it off next month, Thursday, April 20th, with Derek Davis for our first one. Tickets will go on sale St. Patrick's Day. If you want more info on that, go to WRFALP.com. Really looking forward to having everyone in here with us. But until then, let's enjoy March's performance. We got Waterhorse, and it is Arts on Fire Live right here on 107.9 WRFA.
In the village of Kildoran lived a maiden young and fair. Her eyes they shone like diamonds, she had long golden hair. The countryman came riding up to her daddy's gate. Mounted on a milk-white stallion, he came at the stroke of 8. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman, show your legs to the countryman. I have come to court your daughter, Mary of the golden hair. I have gold and I have a silver, I have lands beyond compare. I will buy her silks and satin and gold ring for her hand. I will build for her a mansion, she'll have servants to command. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman, show your legs to the countryman.
Oh, friend, sir, I love a soldier, and I pledge to him my hand. I don't want your gold and silver, I don't want your house nor land.
Mary's father spoke up sharply, you will do as you are told. You will marry him on Sunday, you will wear a ring of gold. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman, show your legs to the countryman. In the village of Kildoran, there's a deep stream running by. They found Mary there on Sunday, drowned with a soldier boy. In the cottage there is music, you can hear her daddy say, step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, Sunday is your wedding day. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, step it out, Mary, if you can. Step it out, Mary, my fine daughter, show your legs to the countryman. Show your legs to the countryman.
very thrilled to be here, and we're going to move right along. It wouldn't be St. Patrick's Day without some jigs, so we're going to play a little set for you, one of our favorite sets. So usually we love the interaction, and we don't have anybody. We're just going to count on the fact that you're bobbing your heads and tapping your toes and clapping along.
Out there in Facebook land.
It is Arts on Fire live right here on 107.9 WRFA. Very strong start to the performance. We got Water Horse for you. Jim and Sue here, and really looking forward to hearing more, but we're going to take a quick break from music, do a quick little Q&A, learn a little more about Water Horse and what they got going on. Sue, Jim, how you both doing?
We're great.
Doing good.
Very happy to be here.
So, I mean, let's start out. I mean, if people are in the area, they probably know you've been playing together quite a while. Good chance you've probably even seen them perform somewhere. How long has that been going on? How long have you two been playing together now? I mean, take us back to the beginning of all this. Where does this all begin with you both?
Well, I think the first thing that we did together was in 2004. We knew each other prior to that, and through some friends having a site in Erie, a session site, which is Celtic music. People get together and just trade tunes back and forth. So that's where we first met up. But the first time we played together was in 2004.
Wow. I mean, like starting out, how soon after did you? Because again, I mean, you play out quite a bit. I mean, was it playing shows right away? Did you kind of like fine tune things and then get out there? Like, how soon after playing together was it time to start playing out for everybody?
Boy, it's hard to say. That's a long time ago. Yeah.
I know, we're still smoothing it out.
I mean, next year is 20 years, I guess.
Yeah,
would mark 20 years.
officially, yeah.
Does it feel, I mean, to ask, I mean, does it feel like 20 years when you look at it that way? I mean, do you feel like it's been 20 years?
No, not at all.
Just went by fast.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk a little. I mean, you know, obviously we got St. Patrick's Day. We're doing the Celtic music. Where does that begin for both of you? Obviously, it's a very big part of what you do. I mean, it brought you both together.
Yep.
I mean, like for both of you, where does that begin? I mean, Jim, where did you kind of, you know, discover it? Where'd your love come for it?
Well, I guess, you know, go back when I was a kid, and my sister had Clancy Brothers and Tommy Makem record. And that was, you know, it set something back there. Of course, I was listening to Jimi Hendrix at the same time, so kind of a cross between it all there. But that was the first thing, and it just always, you know, stuck in my mind. Then, you know, Sue's a teacher and had a group of young fiddlers that were all learning the same thing. You know, when we hooked up, it just grew off from there.
How about you, Sue? Where does kind of Celtic music, where's your love for all of it kind of come in?
Well, it did start, you know, after I'd been teaching classically for quite a long time, and I discovered Scottish music. He tends more to the Irish, I tend more to the Scottish, so when we came together, it was a great, fun collaboration of, you got to hear this, you got to hear this, you know, so that's how it started, and I was definitely bitten by the bug for the Scottish fiddle, so it was great.
And now we have, I mean, like, you know, again, we're talking about you've been doing this as a duo for like 20 years now. Do you ever, is it mostly just you two sticking together? Do you ever have like people kind of come up and play with you? Is there ever that like unofficial third member or anything like that? Or is it basically Waterhorse, just you two?
Well, it's mostly just the two of us, but we cross paths with friends that play where we can. We try to get together and come on up, if nothing else, to join in on singing, or always open as long as the person knows the tune.
Yeah, that's helpful. Know the song. Definitely a helpful part.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget that.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're going to get back to the music here. You are tuned to Arts on Fire Live. I do want to remind you once again, if you're listening, we have tickets going on sale. St. Patrick's Day. Next month, we will have our first Arts on Fire Live with a live studio audience. So find your tickets for that. It'll be Thursday, April 20th. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We got a whole lot more music. I'll be back up here to talk more. It is Waterhorse right here on Arts on Fire Live on 107.9 WRFA.
So we're going to move on with a set instrumental that we recorded on, I believe, on the Waterhorse CD. And
Yes.
We call it The Kiss. The tune is actually called, the first tune is called The Gale, but it was made very famous on the movie The Last of the Mohicans. So we're going to kind of do their arrangement of it and move along into a couple other cool reels that we like. was written by a friend of ours many years ago, actually before we ever did get together. And I just really liked it. I recorded it with that band back then. And it's about the Irish famine. And it's called Climb Aboard This Ship. It was about how sometimes the parents had to put their children on a ship, send them to America, and probably never see them again. It's a little bit sad.
We dug these fields all the day and half the night. There's nothing in this dirt that hasn't got the blight. Run to the garrison and beg them for some bread. There's none for scum like you, that's what the soldier said. The smell of death was all around throughout the night. We held each other and we prayed until the morning light. And when I saw those bodies piled down near the well, what's happened to this land? This is a living hell. Take your sister and your brother by the hand, climb aboard this ship, sail far from this land. And when you cross the sea and reach the other side, just remember that our love will never die. How could she turn her heart away so cold, when all the grain we grow goes to feed her armies bold? The rot that's in this land was nurtured by the crown, and though my strength is gone, my soul cannot be bound. Your mother said to me with her dying breath, keep them safe and warm and save them from this cruel death. And though I tried my best, there is no other way, so you must leave this land if you're to live just one more day. Take your sister and your brother by the hand, climb aboard this ship, sail far from this land. And when you cross the sea and reach the other side, just remember that our love will never die. The ship is old, they say, but it has crossed the sea. The rats aboard her have a better life than we. And though there's fever and disease we can't endure, this helplessness that's here, for this there is no cure. You'd mother be so proud to see you grow up strong. There are no words to say, there is no right, there is no wrong. I look into your eyes and see there's hope that grows, and in between my tears, I know that you must go. Take your sister and your brother by the hand, climb aboard this ship, sail far from this land. And when you cross the sea and reach the other side, just remember that our love will never die. Take your sister and your brother by the hand, climb aboard this ship, and sail far from this land. And when you cross the sea and reach the other side, just remember that our love will never die. This is the part where we say thank you to the crowd that's
Yes, it's so funny
not there.
not to say that. It's very unique, playing to nobody. We know you're out there. So this is another set of jigs that we really like. These are, I think we can safely say these are all Irish. We usually mix them up, a little bit of Irish and a little bit of Scottish, but it's all Irish. We can't even say the first one because it's a
Banishment.
Banish misfortune.
Banish misfortune.
It is Arts on Fire live right here on 107.9 WRFA. I am Anthony Merchant here with you again, interrupting the music real quick, letting you know you are tuned in. We got Waterhorse here with us tonight for the March edition of Arts on Fire Live. Thank you for tuning into this one. It is made possible from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, so we definitely want to thank them. We want to thank you for watching, and we want to remind you, if you want to be a part of this next month, we will have a live studio audience right here for Arts on Fire Live. It is happening Thursday, April 20th. Go to WRFALP.com. Tickets are going on sale St. Patrick's Day, and yeah, we cannot wait for that. It's going on the rest of the year, but we got Waterhorse for you, so we're going to get back to the music. It is Arts on Fire Live right here on 107.9 WRFA.
I'm about to do a tune that was written by Turlo O'Carolan. He's a harper, from Ireland. He was known for traveling all around the country. He would be supported by patrons, and usually in payment for his room and board and food and whatnot, he would write a song for him. And not being the best harp player and not having the harp with me, I'm playing it on my cittern. This tune is called Blind Mary. Now for something completely different. This is the part where I try to pretend I'm bagpipes. So one more with the cittern here. I think the tuning might just make it once more. This is a song written by Doogie McLean many years ago, and it might very well be the most covered song out there. So many people do it. So we figured we'd see if we can get lost in the crowd and do it ourselves. It's called Caledonia. I don't know if you can see the changes that have come over me in these last few days. I've been afraid that I might drift away, so I've been telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I came from, and that's the reason why I seem so far away today. Let me tell you that I love you, that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. But if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I have moved and kept on moving, proved the points that I needed proving. I've lost the friends that I needed losing, found others on the way. I have kissed the ladies and left them crying, stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. I have traveled hard, sometimes with conscience flying, somewhere in the wind. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. But if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Sitting here before the fire, the empty rooms, the forest choir, the flames that couldn't get any higher, they've withered now, they've gone. But I'm steady thinking my way is clear, and I know what I must do tomorrow. The hands have shaken, the kisses flow, now I will disappear. But let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. But if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had.
It is Arts on Fire live right here on 107.9 WRFA. We got Water Horse with us. Actually, funny enough, I was just thinking about it while performing that song there. I know we played that as well last week on the local rush hour on Friday. It was all coming right back to me. But we got Water Horse. It is Arts on Fire live right here. And we got time for a couple more songs. But first, we're going to do a quick little Q&A with Sue and Jim here. You know, I mean, just to kind of like start out, you know, like you've been going under Water Horse, if I'm not mistaken, somewhat recently. How long have you been performing under Water Horse now?
Fairly within the last year. We just never came up with a better name. And when we had our last CD, we play a tune called The Water Horse, and it's a myth about a beautiful creature that lives in all of the lochs in Scotland, and it lures you on its back. If you get on its back, it dives into the lake and you're never seen again.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, so they tell that to the children to keep them safe, you know, in a way. And we just had so much good feedback about our logo, the Water Horse. And I will give my brother credit. He said, you know, that would be a great band name. And we thought, you know, it's time we had a name. So we just sort of rebranded and little by little, and we like it.
In the, I mean, like, again, going back to, performing almost 20 years now, have there been any other, like, were there thoughts before, like, we need a name? Like, was this the first time that came up? Or, have you been kicking around that idea throughout the years on and off at all?
Well,
We did have one other name.
yeah,
But it just,
we don't talk about that.
Say no more.
yeah.
I figured, particularly in Chautauqua County, you know, Sue is very well known. She's been teaching for years, and so it was easy for me. I just latch onto her name, and you know, people didn't know me; they didn't have to, but they knew Sue. So okay, I'll go with that.
That works.
Yeah.
For you know, Celtic music, you know, when you're, because again, you play around the area quite a bit. I mean, is there a lot of other bands, duos, groups, like doing what you're doing, or do you not find a whole lot of that around here? I even know earlier when we were talking about you both kind of playing together, I believe you mentioned you kind of met through like up via Erie or something. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
around here locally, much Celtic, or I mean, are you kind of, do you stick out? You're very unique with what you do around here.
I'd say so. It's been tricky, you know, kind of making our way when there aren't a lot of venues around here. We have to go to Pittsburgh and, you know, play in festivals there. We get to play in Mayville. We are playing at the Mayville Bluegrass Festival, so that is really cool. I know, finally. Anyway, kind of felt overwhelmed by bluegrass for a lot of years, so it's real nice to be invited to be a part of that. So, yeah, we felt pretty alone, you know, as far as this area. Now, Buffalo, Erie, there's a lot going on there. So.
Really, right now, the only other people that are performing in this area with something similar is Song of Sixpence.
Right, and
Yeah.
they were here.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Friends of
and
the station.
They've they play all the time.
Yeah.
They're filling a niche there, and it's good to see some other Celtic-ish and a lot of the old time British before the British invasion type of music, you know, being done.
It's one of those like interesting things where, you know, like now there's not many people doing what you're doing, but then at the same time, maybe that's better than 50 Celtic artists. You know what I mean? Like it could be like a both sides where it's like, then it's like, okay, now there's too many, you know, going on. So I mean, I don't know. In some ways, kind of nice you stick out. Let's say.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's nice to be on top of the game. Without any competition, you can.
Yeah, right.
top of the mountain.
Sure.
How about you just mentioned that Bluegrass Festival? Any other shows coming up we should keep an eye on? Anything else going on in the world of Water Horse in the near future you can talk about?
Well, there's a Celtic festival in Jamestown area regional.
Yeah, the one in Mayville.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's then the Bluegrass Festival is before that, and then in September we do the Ligonier Highland Games, and we've put our name in for a couple of other spots that we hope will happen, but we don't know yet.
So be on the lookout for it.
Yes.
How about online? Is Water Horse online? Can we find your music online? Can we find you online? Should we send people somewhere after they're done enjoying this performance?
Waterhorse.org. We finally did that a few years ago, and we're real happy with that. We have a Facebook page. I just changed that to Water Horse. We have a YouTube channel that is still our names. I don't know if you can change it after you make it. So yeah, we have a bit out there. We have 2 CDs that are available.
So there's music out there too. If you
Yes.
enjoy what you're listening to, you got music. You can
Spotify.
YouTube, yeah.
find it all there. All right, well, perfect. We have time for a couple more. We got a few more from Water Horse for you. And again, thank you for tuning in to Arts on Fire Live right here on 107.9 WRFA. Want to thank the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. And again, one more time, cannot stress it enough because we want you here. Would love to have you in front of here with me. You know, like we're talking about, no audience right now. But live studio audience coming next month, our first one, Thursday, April 20th with Derek Davis. Tickets are on sale on St. Patrick's Day. But we got a little more for you from Water Horse. You are tuned in to Arts on Fire Live right here on 107.9 WRFA.
Got one more song I'm going to do, and this one is Scottish. It's called the Sky Boat Song, and it has to do with back in the failed Jacobite attack on the Brits. They've been trying forever to become an independent country, and in the Battle of Culloden, Bonnie Prince Charlie escaped from the area, and this is a song about his escape on a boat on the way to the Isle of Skye. Again, it's called the Sky Boat Song. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea to sky. Bowed the winds howl, bowed the waves roar, thunder claps rend the air. Baffled our foes stand by the shore, follow they will not dare. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea to sky. Though the waves leap, soft shall ye sleep, ocean's a royal bed. Rocked in the deep, Flora will keep watch by your weary head. Many's the lad fought on that day, well, the claymore could wield. When the night came, silently lay the dead on Culloden field. like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea sky. Burned are our homes, exile and death scattered loyal men. Yet tear the sword, cool in the sheet, Charlie will come again. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors cry. Carry the lad that's born to be king over the sea to sky.
So we're going to write out the end of our last set of tunes is probably one we've played since, well, not quite 2004, but it's one we've really played a long time, and we've kind of love it. It's a set of reels, I think, Scotch. It's another Scotch-Irish mix. So we hope you've enjoyed it. We've loved being here, and thank you for having us.